Is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I'm a national expert in resolution matters. I have been doing this for 50 years, 40, and I worked for IRS for 10 years, a decade. I am a national expert. I was a revenue officer. I have a whole team, by the way, of former IRS agents on staff. We're dedicated only to tax resolution. I don't spend a lot of time really talking about myself. Go to my website at 777irs.com. You'll see my team of former IRS agents and attorneys. We are a nationwide tax firm. I've been on ABC, The Briefing Room, NBC, CBS, all of them, Newsmax, News Nation, Fox twice. Anyway, at the end of the day, call us if you need me. I want to talk to you today about how to get your offer and compromise through a little quicker. As a former IRS agent, I taught the offer and compromise program. Peter Salinger in my office has reviewed over 3,500 offers and compromise. And you know, there's no magic wand to offers and compromise. People have, there are a lot of work to put together. IRS has made it hard. When I worked there, the offer and compromise and the 433As were probably only 4 or 5 pages, and has grew to this massive task. It takes forever to the person to fill out the financial statement, the 433 OIC, to understand the 656, and that's why they go to hire people. Well, there's a couple reasons that offers get rejected, and I just want to tell you the tips to make sure your offer gets through quicker. First of all, I'm going to tell you the obvious. Make sure the offer is filled out correctly. Every dot, every signature must be filled out. That's a legal contract going to IRS. If it's not, especially the 656, it goes back. You have to start all over again. If the offer and compromise makes no sense and you're doing it just to file, the offer and compromise go through. If you don't have the money in that the way IRS wants it and the check's made out who it goes to, the offer and compromise does not get through. If you go ahead and you are not current on your tax returns, the offer and compromise goes through. If you're not current on your federal tax deposits, your withholding, or your W-2s, and you're not up to date, the offer and compromise go through. There's a first check of the offer and compromise to make sure all those things are present in the offer. The offer must be suitable for the first person to review it and send it to the right person to work the offer. When the offer goes in, it goes to a group support group that checks the offers. After it passes that standard, and they're tight standards, they finally go to the person that goes to work the case. How do they make that determination? They make that determination by dollar amount and regional who can work the cases. At that point in time, the person picks up the case, they review the offer, they make sure it's not spurious. Once again, that's not a bunch of crap, and they proceed to work it. What are they going to do when they proceed to work it? They're going to first check the financial statement, make sure it makes sense, make sure it's doable, then they're going to start to do their checks. They may pull LexisNexis, they may pull a credit card reports. They're going to start verifying all the documentation with your financial statement. So that's how the offer process works. Then at the end of the day, they populate all their numbers on a form, and boom, it spits out whether this offer can be accepted for the dollar amount. Many times it doesn't. It gets kicked back to you and say, this is what we'll accept. You have that choice, a time to accept it or a time to reject it or go to appeals. That is the offer and compromise process. If you know it, do it yourself. If you don't, you need to hire the guy in red here. Anyway, have a good day. Give me a subscription. You now know the offer process and how to get the offer through as fast as you can. If you have to give it to a friend or an associate to look to make sure it's filled out correctly, I would do that, because there are a lot of times transporting the offer back and forth just to get IRS to work the offer. Happy offering. Give me a subscription. I have a bunch of YouTubes for you. Thank you.